Or if you look inside, why you get some
But
for somewhere.
interestingly, when I was on campus,
Yeah.
tie was the thing.
What's your thing?
Yes.
You always wearing tie?
Yes.
So what happened?
Going for at the point I think Ghana became hotter.
Really?
Right, yes.
And now it's no longer hot, it's cold now.
Yeah, somehow.
I will do about tie.
Yes. And then I think it's also because on campus presentations here and there, those things.
Yeah.
And besides, once you're a vandal, I think it comes. It's in the
Let me just list the catalog of posts you have so that it makes sense that the swag is swagging, you know. So Ibrahim Alassan is the head of our political desk right here. He's also our chief parliamentary correspondent. He also is the producer for twin shows. In fact, it's a triple dose. It's not even twin, it's triple. So MorningStarr, GH Today, State of Affairs. Is there more?
No, that's it.
3.
Yes.
Fantastic. No problem. So he wears about 5 hats. 5. And I love the expression he always puts for. He said, "Well, food does one." And he does it so well. So yeah, Charlie, the swag is swagging.
Thanks.
Got a swag to swag it, man.
Charlie,
Charlie.
Ghana is hot, but not hot as in by way of temperature, but Charlie. In fact, according to people, per se, but Charlie, you see, there's no between hot and burning. To some, we've moved to the burning level.
Okay, understood. Well understood. Anyway, Charlie, so I think it's been a quiet weekend, no?
Yeah.
To a large extent.
To a very large extent, yes. Unless you are on social media. You know, this fight that never ends. It is, of course, I'm sure you are aware that now the fight or the fodder for trolling between us and our brothers in Nigeria has actually moved from Jollof
to what now?
To now Accent. I've seen a video of, I think, a drama, a very short video of a drama setting in Nigeria in the 60s and the 70s. And the English was without the accent that we know today. Their come, as we hear today from Nigeria, was actually come. Okay. They were come of today was in the 60s and 70s. Come. Just as it ought to be, right? That's a good question. Then what happened? So according to the one who posted this particular video, they sacked the Ghanaians who were then teaching them. You know, many Ghanaians went to Agege to work as teachers. At universities, in their colleges and what have you.
Primary schools,
Yes. And then the Ghana must go happened. But of course, that was a retaliation. We first sent them back.
And then they said okay.
And then they also sent us back, right? So when the Ghanaians were coming, they came with their English. so that's what is creating a lot of tension on social media. But that's on a lighter note. The other one is the National House of Chiefs. They've been busy. And subsequently we'll bring you an audio. So the Breman Hene, I think over the weekend before the weekend endorsed the candidature of former President Mahama. And he was unambiguous in that regard. So, Osadeoyo JB, the President of the National House of Chiefs, has had a reason to issue a caution to chiefs to be cautious in their utterances, especially when political figures visit them. Yes, so that caution has come.
Yes.
And so I'm thinking that the caution will not take retroactive effect, right? So it's for the Omedian Domininco. But the worst is yet to come. Because the chiefs,
they're only getting started.
Yeah, they're only getting started. Some of them actually are able to find a way of pacifying the two parties. So you come, we'll give you yours. If you realize that you are humble, we give you your humility comment.
Okay.
If you realize that when you are in power, you did something good, we'll tell you that
you did it good.
Go and tell the people the good things you did when you were in power, and then you get it. That one is like a Messiah template. See, the Messiah template, you never get it wrong.
I have a question, but I'll ask.
No, don't ask. Don't ask. And then again, if you are in the arena of auditioning for a running mate, this weekend will not have been a quiet one for you, because there are many people who are, shredding the supposed NIB report and what have you. But there are others who are touring palaces, and it's taking nothing away from that. So I think over the weekend, Napu was in Ochehene's palace. What's the name of that palace?
For a penny fee.
For a penny fee. Yes, was there. And so, if my tracker is right, then he's moved from Volta, I didn't see the Uti one, to the northern part of the country. So Yana and what have you. Of course, for Mencia, he sleeps there, right? So that one, no problem. So
right this year.
Yeah, this year. Yeah. So and then he's been there for God knows. He has actually had a reason to write a piece about Asante Henne's Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
You saw that piece?
Yes.
Yeah. So now he's into vehicular assessment and what have you.
Kingship, or should I say regal, vintage vehicles, yes.
Good. And then he went to see
Ochehene too.
No, what's the name? These people.
Gamanche. You know, I just delayed for me to say it's fine.
Gamanche. And now Ochehene.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's gone to Uti. I didn't see the pictures, but I'm sure he's going to Uti.
You have not received any report from your
kinsman? From my kinsman there. No, not yet. Or is it that Uti doesn't have a chief like that? You see, it's possible. It's not
you definitely have a chief.
No, like maybe sub-chiefs.
Or not paramount chief?
Yeah, no. That's like, okay, so then come to think of it.
Find out.
No, come to think of it. So, because many people there are Guans, right? And then you come to the other people there, I'm not sure who have a paramountcy as it ought to be, because mind you, he's not gone to Togo Afedo.
Yeah,
he went to K2, Togo Fiti.
Yes,
you get it.
Yes.
So maybe like it will get to attend. So that's it. And then there were other publications as to how the NIB report cannot be accurate. But in all this, let's hope and see. Maybe we're told that next month the vice president will name the running mate.
I think it will be August.
It should be August, like the president did.
I see the trajectory. I think it's August.
Just like Akufo-Addo.
Yeah, they will do August. Do August.
Yeah, I've spoken to people who think you should just even do it 2 months to
the elections.
And because they believe that the presidential candidates do not actually add anything.
As in the running mate.
The running mate. No, so the running mate to the presidential candidate do not actually add anything. I disagree though. So the person thinks the vice president can delay up to 2 months. But I think it's also because of the peculiar nature of the situation in the party. Because it's like between the rock and the hard place. Whoever you name, there are repercussions. There's a faction that might not be happy. And depending on how you address the challenges, it might have something to do with the outcome of the polls, one way or the other, especially in your stronghold. Like I always say, I don't envy the vice president at all. If others had a headache, his own is like a migraine.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's all in there for him.
And I've heard many say, leave him. Many party people, including Enre Japamesa.
Yes.
And he gave the indication that he's been forced to name
almost immediately
somebody. Not just for forcing to name that he has to name, but as to whether you allow him to name who he wants to name, or the system says let's go with us, and that's that you have no say. It's a challenge. So yes, it's not been that quiet. As and this is me explaining how the weekend has not been quiet for some people.
Anyway, Charlie, I guess we can go to the headlines. Daily Guide banner headline: ICC dismisses Micheletti case against Ghana. It comes with a picture of Godfred Yeboah-Dame. Let me see what the story is about. Do you know what it's about?
Yeah, Micheletti, I think it's about judgment debt.
Okay, so
for contract termination.
The ICC, that's the International Chamber of Commerce, has dismissed an international arbitration instituted by Micheletti Company Limited against the government of Ghana in May 2023, claiming damages of $400,000. The company had also claimed accrued interest as the current Bank of Ghana forex rate plus 3% point starting from February 2009 till date of final payment. The international arbitration was instituted against the backdrop of what the claimants alleged to be a breach of contract relating to the rehabilitation of the Ohenijan Sports Stadium in Accra. The IC tribunal, comprising Sadaf Habib, President, Shadrach Ahin, and Justice Amenuvo members, in its partial award decided it had jurisdiction to hear the matter, but dismissed the claims because the arbitration proceedings were filed outside the Limitations Act of Ghana. Okay. Should I finish it? I might as well finish it for context.
Might as well finish it.
Okay. In April 2006, the government of Ghana executed an agreement with Waterville Holdings Limited for the rehabilitation of a 40,000 seating capacity of a number of sports stadia in the country in preparation for the 2008 African Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
These stadia include the Ohenijan Sports Stadium, the Elwak Stadium both in Accra, and the Baba Yara Sports Stadium in Kumasi. Under the agreement, the claimant, Micheletti, was the local subcontractor for the rehabilitation of the stadia, for the Ohenijan Sports Stadium in Accra, while Consa Limited was the local subcontractor for the Baba Yara Sports Stadium in Kumasi. On 1st August 2006, however, the government terminated the agreement with the contractor on the basis that the agreement had not received approval from Cabinet.
Okay.
The government subsequently entered into negotiations with the subcontractors, Micheletti Company Limited and Consa Limited, to continue with the rehabilitation of the stadia. The value of the work undertaken by the contractor was duly certified, and the government of Ghana subsequently paid for all the work certified as having been discharged. The arbitration proceedings instituted in 2023 were in respect of claims by Micheletti that had allegedly not been honored by the government.
Oh, okay.
So that's the background to the case.
That's the background.
Now the decision is that the tribunal, in its decision on the objection raised against jurisdiction, held that it had jurisdiction to hear the matter because the claimant had taken steps to notify the respondent of his intention to refer the dispute of dispute adjudication board before commencing the arbitration proceedings, but such steps were ignored by the respondent. The tribunal, however, agreed with the government of Ghana that the action was statute barred under Ghanaian law, having been instituted way beyond 2015, more than 6 years allowed by Ghana's Limitations Act. The tribunal, therefore, dismissed the claims by Micheletti entirely as being inadmissible. The tribunal is currently considering submissions by the party on the amount of cost to award in favor of the government of Ghana, following the dismissal of the claim, and will soon decide the question of the quantum of costs. Okay, so that's the case.
So status of limitation, and it's the same thing that we have in our constitution about you instituting any legal action against the president after he leaves office. There's a limitation. If that period expires,
That's it.
the person gets immunity. So same. If we have limitations as to the period upon which you can take such actions, and you wait for those time lapse to be expired, you cannot.
Anyway,
I had a maneuver. That's a Ghanaian.
Just
right?
a maneuver.
Yeah.
So there were 3 names there.
Yeah.
Sadaf Habib, Shadrach Ahin.
Hey.
Yes.
Wow.
And Justice Amenuvo.
Oh, this one is who much?
Yeah.
This one is who much?
Sadaf Habib, I don't know if he's
No, that one we can give him to the North Africans.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there were 2 others.
Oh, nice one.
Shadrach Ahin and Justice Amenuvo.
And then you can tell that they understand the Ghanaian law.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see where the mischief is entering.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But that's why we should aspire to get many more of our compatriots out there. I'm sure somebody somewhere will are you guys aware we have status limitation?
What is 2 NDC MPs caused chaos in Parliament. What's that?
On what?
Hey.
As for chaos, they were chaoses.
Okay, so 2 opposition NDC MPs disrupted proceedings in Parliament last Friday by insisting on being heard on a motion that had already been adopted by the House. Yusuf Suleiman Obolo Bamboy and Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed essentially held the House hostage, compelling the presiding speaker to suspend proceedings for about an hour. Following the House adoption of the motion on the urgency of the National Service Authority Bill, the two MPs from the minority rose to challenge the decision. The angry MPs disrupted proceedings by shouting across the aisle that the bill did not require urgent attention as there were more important matters, including the 95.83 million cedis needed to be released by the government for the WAEC BC.
Yeah.
Okay. quote, "Are you challenging my decision?" And Mamwako, second deputy speaker, inquired before suspending the House, adding that he wished to engage with the leaders of the House. The Bolibamboy MP raised the issue of quorum when he did not get his way, but he later withdrew his application when the House reconvened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how Lady Guide put it. Okay. So two things. So you've mentioned the release this to WAEC or otherwise. The other one was Murtala Ibrahim talking about all the lands in Tamale, prime lands, state lands being sold, and that's more important than a National Service Authority bill. That it should be taken under certificate of agency, right? And so you could tell that they all took the opportunity to talk about things that they felt mattered to them. That compelled Frank Anodomfre, the majority whip, to reveal that about 80 million Ghana cedis had been paid or released to WAEC. That didn't turn out to be quite factual. So in the trouble they caused, the people who had headache were not only from those presiding. The majority bench equally had headache because that got social media. WAEC had actually responded that, hey, they've just been given some warrant, and the warrant, 2 separate warrants, amounting to a little over 47 million Ghana cedis, and not the 80 million Ghana cedis as put out by the majority chief whip. And so they got results, if you ask me, in that regard. So basically, that was what happened.
Okay. Man kills son is also here.
Charlie.
What will make a father kill the son? My God. Okay. So the Insaon Police Command is holding a 40-year-old Nigerian man, identified as Justice, known locally as Oga, for allegedly killing his son and secretly burying him. The suspect, a hardware seller, lived with his wife, also a Nigerian, and 3 children, including the deceased at Echirere, a community near us will be along the Accra to Kumasi Highway in the Anyensuan district of the Eastern region. According to a report, the suspect, now in police custody, had a history of aggression towards his family, as he frequently beat his wife and children, and his violent behavior went unchecked that the community feared his wrath. A resident who confirmed the incident to Daily Guide explained that last Thursday the suspect was seen carrying a severely beaten child into a taxi. He then took the child to the Insaon Government Hospital after he fell unconscious, where the medical staff confirmed he died on arrival. The motive behind the severe beating that led to the child's death remains unclear, though it's noted that the deceased wisdom did not attend school and was often confined to the house. The boy reportedly defied his father's orders to stay indoors, which may have led to the fatal beating. However, the assembly member for the area, George Obobi, decided to follow up on the child's condition. When questioned, Oga claimed the boy had died of malaria and was in the morgue. He later changed his story, admitting he had buried the child in a public cemetery. Oga's inconsistent accounts raised suspicion, prompting Obobi to involve the police. Upon investigation, it was discovered that Oga had buried a 10-year-old boy without a coffin, allegedly paying and convincing the surrounding cemetery workers to do so. The assembly member then informed the police, who stormed the cemetery to exhume Wisdom's body and arrested Oga. Meanwhile, the suspect, as guarded, will be arraigned before a court in Sarum today to face the law. His wife has since fled the town with the 2 children to an unknown location.
Wow. Sad development there. I don't know what will push a man to be maltreating his own blood.
I always say
this way.
I always say that anger, it never builds. It always destroys.
Yeah, but to some extent, it's foolhardiness. Because kids. Let me tell you something. Kids are a bunch of trouble. Yes,
that's
they are.
True.
They can get under your skin in many ways unimaginable. Yes, that's true. But that's why they are kids. You ask yourself one thing, especially when you're about to punish your child. Ask yourself one thing. If anything goes wrong, who suffers? So you are caning your son, your child. If you cane your child and he or she gets injured, there will be the need for you to take him or her to the hospital, right? Who's going to pay the money? You.
Of course.
So you when you think about that and you internalize that fact, you'll be measured in a type of punishment you mete out to your child.
Look, I have always been of the firm opinion that if in our time,
Yeah.
lashing and beating work, the kids of today don't work with that principle.
No.
They don't.
Just
Look,
find a mix.
in the past, they used to say, obey before complain. Now,
No.
now when you tell a child to do something, you
You
must
ask questions.
let the child understand why.
Yeah.
And I think it's even a better option. Because when you beat people over time, they become timid.
Exactly.
They become timid.
Exactly.
They can't express. If they are suffering, they can't talk about it. You know?
Yeah. But to the extent of
You're so angry you beat
beating
your
your
child to
son
death.
to death,
Maybe.
beating him unconscious, and then guess what? You still found a need to ferry him to the hospital. That ought to have rang a bell in your brain when you were beating him up. But you could tell from the tale you just narrated, that's an abuser.
Yeah.
The wife was not
Beats the
even
wife,
spared.
yeah.
So that's it. That's a habitual
Shameful,
abuser.
Very shameful.
Terrible.
ESLA launches foundation to empower youth. That was done over the weekend at Dansoman.
Yeah.
And Kandapa Mbole over military youth clash.
Yeah.
Those are the headlines for Daily Guide. Daily Guide, yes.
So that will they cover a former resident like yourself? Can you benefit from
Which one?
the foundation? You used to live at Dansoma, right?
Oh, long time ago.
But I'm asking whether it covers the
Oh,
foundation.
that's
will
almost
cover.
10 years ago.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, but why? Let the youth enjoy.
But you are not youth.
Well, but
The youth of
it's
today.
okay, let them
The
enjoy.
youth of today.
I know where you're more from.
Yeah. The political youth. Let the political youth. That's it. The Ghanaian Times this morning. Homo Keep Accra Clean campaign. Gamanche launches massive cleanup. 25 Greater Accra local assemblies to take part. Sanitation offenders to be arrested. And we told that on the day, every single shop has been directed to be closed in these
Why
jurisdictions.
did we stop this monthly sanitation day? Why did we stop?
Political. There was a change in government.
There are some things that we shouldn't muddy. Look, because it was for our collective benefit.
Yeah.
Collective benefit. If we had sustained it, we would have made a lot of strides.
That's true.
You know, a lot of strides.
That's true.
Not just about people getting the attitude of cleaning, but
Yeah.
we would have been a better people. Really.
True.
Really.
So look at what these young guys are doing, the Bastard Boys.
Yeah.
Pulling up and then cleaning communities on their own.
That should be the norm
That should
for
be the
all of
norm.
us as citizens.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Anyway, so if you defy the directive, the assemblies are willing to arrest you. So take note and
Ready or
pay
willing?
heed. Yeah, they are ready and willing. Yeah, so take note and pay heed. WAEC set to organize 2024 BEC receives 47 million Ghana cedis from government, and of course comes with a picture of John Kapi, the director of public affairs for the West Africa Examination Council. Now that government has paid something, they will administer the BEC.
But what was the contention? I know the press says money has been released, a certain quantum.
Yeah.
Well, I said they will receive half of it.
I know the player obviously got it wrong. I think he was seeking for confirmation from your man, Dr. Ama, and who also nodded in affirmation
that
it was 80 million. Then the guy mentioned 80 million, then he's got bent for, some way. But moving forward, I think if there is any entity that government shouldn't be owing, it's WAEC, to be honest with you. So that they are able to have their peace of mind to administer examination for our kids, especially invigilators. And in my engagement with John Kapi, he mentions that invigilators had started threatening them. Yeah, because once they work and you don't pay them, and these invigilators, many of them are teachers as well. So this is their side gig.
Yeah.
See, Charlie, the last thing you want to do is
Mama's job.
Keep somebody's side gig, especially in this jurisdiction and these times that we find ourselves. Yeah.
Anyway,
when it happens like that, it's the kids that will suffer. Extra classes here and there, day in, day out, extra classes. Charlie, some way.
Then the parents have to pay for that.
Exactly. To suffer. Yeah. And if those who don't avail themselves for the extra classes, you see, you are shortchanged one way or the other. It's like at the university level and the lecturer is selling a handout and you are not buying. When you hear the lecturer say that, when you buy, put down your name and your index number.
Then you know.
It's better to buy than go for lectures. You know that. you know it's better you buy that handout than going for lectures. Know this and no peace.
Yeah, man.
Compassion Restoration Center initiates zero drug abuse addiction campaign among students nationwide. And YE rolls out BEEP for 1,452 businesses, target support 10,000 companies, facilitate employment of 20,000 individuals. And I think that's where they pay money for you to employ people to help you, or they give them top up. From the YE.
Yeah, I remember. Yes.
Yeah, so that's a program that over 20,000 individuals have benefited.
Okay.
And over the weekend, there was also a graduation ceremony. So that's why I say the weekend has not been quiet.
Okay.
For the KIA,
that
were giving skills training.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've graduated.
They've graduated.
So what's the plan now?
Graduation camp. They've been given some capital to set them up, right?
Okay.
So some of them are makeup artists, right? There was a lady, and I think that question I also want an answer, who was being wheeled, was in a wheelchair.
Okay.
So many were asking whether she was carrying the load in the wheelchair. Got this meant for Kai, right? Have you ever seen a Kai in a wheelchair before?
No, please.
Yeah. So I think we all, maybe she was just added, or she might be a daughter to a Kai or something. So Kai by affiliation, something. Yeah. But for a lady in a wheelchair to be trained as a former Kai, many people were asking questions. That's one. The other one was many people mistaking an instructor to be a Kai, because if you look at the wig that the instructor was wearing, netizens were wondering, if a Kai can afford to buy that wig, then you might as well leave the market and then But now further and better particulars have come. She was not a Kai. She was one of the instructors.
I think we also have to maybe we should ask our mutual friend.
Yeah.
What kind of local economy that the Kai have?
Yeah.
And how much money they practically make?
Yeah, that's
because
true.
I hear
that
they make good money.
Oh yeah, they make good money.
So within a day, if they I hear they charge between 50 to 100 to carry your load for you,
depending on the weight.
So if they do 50 in a day, that's how much?
Yeah, let's do the math.
Maybe small money.
500. Okay, depending on
100 cities.
Yeah,
10 is 1,000.
Yeah.
If they do 50 in a day, that's 5,000.
Wow.
In a day.
Wow.
In a week, that's what?
Charlie, they earn much more than the president.
That.
Who's giving them training? Oh no, I feel 5,000. You earn much more than the president. So they should be training the president.
So I'm done. You're not joking.
So I'm not the Ghanaian Times.
The Daily Statesman. Let's use power to serve. Wachihini urges leaders. NAPU seeks collaboration with traditional religious leaders. Gamma and Chair. Sanitation bylaws must be enforced. 1,452 businesses get YEA support under BEEP. ESLA Foundation to promote development in Ablekuma West. And government settles student loan payments. Those are the headlines for the Daily Statesman newspaper.
The Informer this morning. Running mate for Baumia. NAPU tops all. It comes with a picture of smiling Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe. Yeah. Also in this issue, Lagos embraces Zoom Lion in partnership to rid city of filth and absenteeism in parliament. Ghanaians unhappy. Yeah, it's a serious thing. Since the house reconvened, but it's expected. Yes, it was expected.
What's the average number these days?
Less than 200. That's the level. Less than 200. Less than 50 many times.
Sorry?
Less than
both
50.
sides?
You have the minority show up largely than the majority. But it's understandable. That's because the majority MPs, many of them, are campaigning with the flag bearer.
Yeah.
Some of them are equally campaigning in their constituencies. Like I said, the reason why I said this was expected was that this is the Rubicon, the final home stretch to December 7th. Members of Parliament.
You see what I tell you?
Okay. What did you tell me?
So the matter I was telling you about the Kai
people.
So we're told that they are not on their own.
Okay.
They have people that they pay to.
Okay.
So to even get, it's like an underground economy.
Economy, yeah.
You know? So they don't keep all the money.
Okay. Somebody.
So whatever they get after a hard day's work,
yeah,
they have to sort some people
out.
and then some of the money goes somewhere.
Okay.
So, but look,
where
on the evidence of what they are taking per day, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I get
it's a lot of money.
There's a whole economy, and I agree with you that there's a whole economy. So there are people who construct public showers, right?
Yeah.
And their clients are the Kais. They come there to take their showers, and they pay money.
Yes.
Right? There are people who construct other shelters. Like we talked about, the campings. They might offer you protection and a place to sleep.
Yes.
And then in return,
you pay money.
You pay them something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When you are in trouble, you go to them, and they are like your lords. They will come to your rescue.
Yeah.
Set people will also take their cut. So it's a whole economy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Yes. But nonetheless, those who are able to get away and go and get a decent way of living, why not? I insist that under no circumstances must somebody carry a load on their head before they are able to feed themselves and their families. It's dehumanizing.
Yeah.
It's degrading. If there's a way we could get them something to use in cutting the goose, why not? Like the men do.
Yeah.
They have something like small wheelbarrows that they use in cutting the goose.
Yeah.
That's okay. Carrying it on your head is dehumanizing.
It is.
Yeah.
I saw the load. Come to think of it, they can do without carrying it on their heads. So.
That's the point.
That's the thing.
You can wheel it.
Yeah.
You can drag it. There are many things you can do. Charlie. Anyway. $5 million smear campaign against OSP exposed and claimed to sell
$5 million.
Yeah, smear campaign. Let me give you that story.
You are joking.
Page 3.
That's a lot. Hey.
And after several attempts to make their baseless allegations to stick, detractors of the special prosecutor, Mr. Kisi Jabin, have not given up yet, but are bent on throwing more mud in the hope that this time around they will achieve their nation-wrecking nefarious agenda. Credible information picked up revealed how the detractors, in cahoot with some radio broadcasters and journalists, have decided to drop another allegation that the special prosecutor, while investigating a company, demanded $5 million from the company. The coming allegation is as a result of the failure of the so-called petition to the president to remove him, that's the Jabin, from the office. The information picked is that some journalists and radio and TV broadcasters have been approached to take part in the smear campaign. Also roundly rejected the offer and are ready to speak up. Okay, so some radio personalities have been approached according to the story, and they rejected the move. But one question I want to ask is, there are timelines, constitutional timelines, as to when a petition of this nature is sent to the presidency and forwarded to the chief of staff, the chief justice, and
action is taken
for a prima facie case to be established. That constitutionally stipulated timelines, we are told, have elapsed. So, Chief Justice, what's happened to the petition to you?
Yeah.
Have you dismissed the petition for lack of merit, or have you been able to establish a prima facie case against the special prosecutor relative to the petition?
It's important that we get to know that.
It's important that you brief the public, because you know what this has done? This has, in a way, put a damper on the work of the special prosecutor.
Yeah, it has.
It has. And so if Kisi Jabin has a clean bill of health to prosecute his agenda as special prosecutor, Chief Justice, let us know.
Yeah.
Your silence could be aiding and abetting the detractors, to be honest with you. So let's hear you.
All right. The Daily Dispatch. Opoku Prempeh is an ideal running mate to Baumia, analyst. Let me see, page 12. The analyst. Okay. So Joshua Jebuntie-Zato, a political analyst, has said. Zato.
No, from where? From political analyst from where? BMB, University of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.
Let me see.
UCC.
You are checking the school.
Or NDC school. You know NDC as a school.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
That's the something institute. I forgot it.
Social something. Yeah.
No, this one, no. It's a political analyst. I'm not seeing any reference to any institution.
Then this one is NIB Training Institute.
They have a training institute.
NIB Training Institute.
They have a training institute.
Because once you do a survey, the survey must produce a political analyst.
He whose institution cannot be mentioned.
Yeah. Charlie.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, Charlie. I'll cash you out.
The agenda is the agenda.
Come on. My boys are chopping.
Focus on Tema East seat.
And girls too.
Mommy can't be headlines. Focus on Tema East seat. Can MPP take the seat from NDC? That's the question. Gamanche launches homework cleanup exercise campaign. Those are the headlines for the Daily Dispatch.
Yeah. The Chronicle this morning. No politics, please. I want Accra to be clean, says Gamanche as he launches homework cleanup exercise. And Domi Kunsu market traders. Okay, so Domi Kunsu market traders. No framer, no vote. Charlie, I told you, this campaign must rage on for a while longer. Because it's good. It's good for market. It's good for business. It's good for business. So Dr. Baumia, hold on for a while.
To August.
Yeah, no problem. If you want to say, it could be when the EC says it's mandatory that we know your running mate.
It no go happen.
Then that's it.
EC will not be interested in knowing
that's
that.
The point.
What's their business?
So yeah. So in the end, we can the day before safe.
They can even do it to December 6th.
Yeah.
That's it. December 7th.
I think we should go that way.
Oh, because of the economy.
The economy is good. The economy is good. Hey, tomorrow you hear legal matters. Mutala discussing who should partner about me. It's a good economy.
And the legal
implications. You see, and the fact that the National Executive Council and then the committee, when they met, they actually waived that clause in the Constitution.
Yeah.
That says you should name the running mate 6-9 months or 1 year before. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
So the legal implications for that, and if Ken Kranti decides to go to court, what that will mean, you see, hey, Charlie,
Kroma and thereof.
YEA rolls out business and employment assistance program for 1,452 businesses, and of course, quotation for this morning, Philippians 2:4, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. Yes, that's the quotation of selflessness. Yeah, don't look to your own interests. Look out for the interest of each others. That is it for the Chronicle this morning.
The New Crusading Guide. Ghana wins case at ICC as AG's position against Micheletti is upheld by tribunal. State capture and NDC selective amnesia, part 4. YEA starts beep with 1,452 businesses. BCM Ghana Limited denies unfair treatment allegations. Ghana not in an energy crisis, Napo. Gamanche launches homework cleanup exercise. Initiative expected to begin July 2. And GFA sacrificed us for Hearts of Lions. Olympic fans accuse Football Association over relegation. That's for the New Crusading Guide.
Daily Post this morning. There is nothing more dangerous to Ghana than an imperial chief justice, Professor Kweku Asare, is saying on the Opuni panel change. Democracy is sustained by patriotic leaders, not unscrupulous ones. That's according to Mahama. COVID-19 made many MPP MPs millionaires. Former MPP MP alleges. I think we all know one. We know one.
Which one?
We know one of the MPs. And we are not saying this is what the MP is saying. COVID-19 made many MPP MPs millionaires. That's according to former MP for Obuasi East.
Okay.
The point I'm making is that I know one of such MPs, right? But indeed, COVID-19 made many people millionaires.
Yeah.
In fact, the billionaires of the world actually sometimes triple their wealth because of COVID-19.
Yeah.
And the challenges it brought and how innovative they became in solving those challenges.
Exactly.
That's it. So I know one of such MPs who became a millionaire because of COVID-19. As to whether he did so legitimately or illegitimately, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, yes, that's the point we are making.
All right.
Yes. So that's it for the Daily Post this morning.
That's right.
Yeah,
The Herald newspaper. How MPP 2016 manifesto pledge influenced ambulance trial. Akufo-Addo, Ajima Menu, Hawa Kumse, captured in procurement craze. YE deploys beep for post-COVID economic recovery. Supports 1,552 businesses. Full list on page 8 and 9. Energy Minister Seabot CEO shoot down GRSML deal resumption, reveal inferior petroleum revenue monitoring system. Okujeto Ablakwa drops net hotel bomb on Agric Minister. Rock City Hotel took part in acquisition bid without GRA tax clearance certificate. And Akufo-Addo's Court of Appeal nominee caught up in child neglect scandal in the UK. That's coming up. That's for the Herald newspaper.
Okay, Daily Satellites. Planting for food and jobs fails as Akufo-Addo targets Ukraine grain imports. Yes, and I saw social media go agog over the appeal of the president to Zelensky that they should look, Ukraine should look favorably towards Africa and then Ghana relative to grain exports.
Yeah.
And netizens were saying that's a country at war that needs to feed itself. But Kobe Bini, Kobe Bini, Ekoje Jankedian. But of course, it's no, we didn't go begging. We're going to buy and pay money, dollars. Okay. Yes. So we're just saying that when they stop dropping the bombs, and they go to the farm and they harvest the grains, and they are exporting them.
You should remember Ghana.
They should remember us.
Yeah.
Like the free teachers.
Remember me.
Remember me. Or the Pokoloko one.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, your kids have been watching it.
Oh, guys. So, Ken Clancy's Daily Satellite is saying that planting for food and jobs fails as Akufo-Addo targets Ukraine grain import. Comes with a picture of the initiator of the planting for food and jobs, the gentleman who's lost the mother, and Dr. Efria Kutu, yes, the former Agric Minister. And trouble brews a controller over unpaid allowances, but management pledges to pay arrears shortly. Comes with a picture of the finance minister. Government releases 20 million Ghana cedis for the payment of loans to students. Good news there. Government release charge towards a cleaner Accra. Just maybe. Government might be able to achieve the political promise that has become very elusive. That's making Accra the cleanest city in Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that promise,
if he champions it, hopefully it will be possible.
It will work, yeah, hopefully. Because it will not cost him his job. Because Gamante will not put the stool on the line. For the minister who was supposed to oversee this promise, she's home now. Even though it's not the waste that cost her job directly. Yeah, but one thing led to the other. Cecilia Dapa, she's home. The president is also retiring come January 7 next year. So at least we can be rest assured that the two individuals who were supposed to ensure that Accra becomes the cleanest city in Africa will be leaving the scene without the realization of that particular dream. But of course, it's an aspiration, and aspirations are supposed to outlive those who give birth to them. So government has taken over. We will all support and ensure that we leave a lasting legacy for the president and his former sanitation minister, Madam Cecilia Abna Dapa. Yes. Mutala, does he have a date in court this week? She and the husband. Oh, okay. They don't. Oh, okay. As last time we checked, one of the suspects in the accused persons had gone to OSP asking for some documents.
Yes. That is patient Butchie. She said that when the OSP invited Madam Cecilia Dapa and the husband, we were told, or it was reported that the OSP arrested them.
Oh, okay.
She said that she won the investigation caution statement.
Okay.
Interrogations that the OSP took from Madam Cecilia Dapa and the husband, and all interviews granted to the OSP. They want all of them so that she can be able to confront them during cross-examination.
Oh,
So
interesting.
those are the things.
So like, what
said.
did they add there? Oh, okay.
Okay. Almost say we are
Yeah. So let's hear what you said about me. So that's interesting. But that's a very brilliant legal gymnastics, so to speak. Okay. Let's see how that plays out.
As to whether those documents are even there, another issue. Because we had another side of Yoko,
saying that
they followed up and they didn't get anything. So let's see what happened.
Interesting.
That particular issue will come up on 27th of June, because that is when the court is expected to hear that motion. And then make the order. And when the order is made, we'll see whether the OSP will have those things that they are requesting for.
Interesting. Okay, the other headlines here. Okay, so coming soon, a major financial scandal involving customs, GRA, tax waivers, and a Chinese company. Stay tuned. That's it for the Daily Satellite.
The Ghanaian Observer. Dom Kunsu Traders joint calls for female MPP running mate. Ursula Foundation to empower beneficiaries. Minister. KNUST Vice Chancellor gets mandate extension. Alleged assault on CSU student by NEC thugs. MPP calls for probe. Gamanche launches homework cleanup exercise.
I've seen a picture of the gentleman who was reportedly assaulted, and then the bandage on the head.
Yes.
I think they fractured his skull or something. Or probably the way the bandage is looking is like they scooped out his brain or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway, so you done?
Yes.
Okay, there are other headlines here that are the inside news, but that's the final one I have. Erectile dysfunction now a latent killer of men. How can erectile dysfunction kill anybody? So let me give you that story. A practicing surgeon, Samuel Amadou, has revealed has revealed how issues of erectile dysfunction is now causing havoc and in many cases problems with men's potency, which these days lead to the operating table. Okay, he said
operating table.
Yes.
How?
Yeah, I'm wondering. In many cases,
problems
with men's potency, which these days lead to the operating table. He said 95% of my patients initially had problems with potency. Unfortunately, doctors do not inform men about all the dangers of impotence and most often prescribe. Let's go to page 8. This is public service announcement.
And that was a idea.
Only Viagra. So I started with that. So because of this, only a small part of the patients can be saved on the operating table. Samuel Amadou is a professor, practicing urological surgeon, head of the surgical department of the Center for Restorative Medicine. He said the number of men experiencing problems in sex is increasing and the pathology itself is getting younger. This is happening not only in Nigeria.
So it's not in Ghana.
Amadou dear, yes. What do be Nigeria? This is not in Ghana. False alarm. Charlie Brothers, go on. Continue.
I wish you would say charge.
Charlie, you have led us all.
Charlie, this is Nigeria. Charlie, my brothers, continue. The other
Continue
accusations of bias and unethical conduct. Kujegbe clan implores IGP to remove Adan East District Commander, and a decade of grief. That's the story just here. And Mahama, he says, bias EC undermines democracy and subverts will of the people. And U.S. imperialism is driving millions of people to flee their homes across the world. That is it for the insights this morning.
I guess I can take you online now. Starfm.com.gh, the headlines you find this morning. Ochene advocates incentives for teachers in rural areas. Rose Amwenima wins Ghana's first gold medal at African Championship. Strike, government must be transparent in the negotiation with unions, Ostengame. Police investigate Pusiga youth-based distraction. And Benjamin Azamati edges closer to Olympic Games qualification with season's best. Okay. That's for Starfm.com.gh. City Newsroom this morning, the headlines there as well. GN Bank, no. This one is old headline. Or it's today. Hey, it's no. GN Bank, give us back our license and assets. Undom to Bank of Ghana. Cocoa farmers blame Galamsey's over declining cocoa production. Embark on campaign devoid of acrimony. Yana to Mahama Baumia. Release our outstanding arrears. NAPCO trainees to Baumia. And $145 million Botiman Sports Complex hosts church service. HIV infection surge due to non-disclosure among couples. That's according to the AIDS Commission.
Yeah. So what's the name? The NAPCO guys, they must be careful what they are asking for.
Okay.
Talking about money and the trouble it can bring. Sometimes not having money can get you your peace of mind. You should go and ask your upon.
Hey, Charlie, 24/6/2024. I would never forget this day. Where? This is IB Unchained.
This is only my name.
Hey, Charlie. Oh, peace is truly an enemy. Seriously.
The man was sick. Yeah, quietly like that, no problem.
Cash drop no.
100,000 guys see this drop no. Hey! They'll grow yes upon this.
It's okay.
Yes, but this is asking a question that in what capacity is the energy minister touring? As energy minister or a potential VIP?
Well, of course.
However you look at
The
it.
two can go one in the same.
Which one do you know now?
Anyway, Charlie, that should do it for our interview this morning. Go for a quick break. Now we return, as we have heard Mutala already, he's in the house. We will get talking about what's happening in court today. We have a lot more to bring you right here on the Morning Star. Stay with us.
This is GoTV, and right here is where Euro Champions 2024